Let's examine what happens beyond that. In PaarBrahm, what happens to time? PaarBrahm is the birthplace of time. In PaarBrahm, you will find that the entire time, events of time, which had been spread out like that, have collapsed into one single point. And it is from there that it has been opened up and created past, present, and future, and all the events on this timeline. That the time is still there. But you can call it zero time containing the entire time that will be created. That's PaarBrahm experience. Go there and see how time can be condensed. Space can be condensed into zero. Now, mind cannot understand it. The mind, our human mind, does not function beyond time and space as we know it here. A thought takes time. Understanding takes time. Every function of the human mind takes time. How can it understand what's happening in a timeless state? So they even compress time, compressed to the point of zero. Cannot be understood. Mathematicians can understand a little bit. There are some things the mind cannot understand, but mathematics can understand. That is why in Plato's Republic, if you read the old Greek text, they want to train people to be governors of the state. They teach many things. First 15, 20 years, athletics, build the body, then teach philosophy, then finally teach mathematics. It is given very great importance. Because mathematics can go beyond mental comprehension. I'll give you an example. Supposing I want to take this bottle of water and make it half the size of the bottle. Mathematically, I just 1.5. I can see 1.5 bottle. I make 1/4, 1/4. I keep on compressing it, making it smaller and smaller. Intellectually, I cannot make it zero. I can make it very small, 0.0000, an infinite number of, and then a 1. But I cannot make it zero. But actually, by compressing it, I can make it zero. Not only that, now comes the real game of mathematics. We can make it smaller than zero. I can make it -1 inch. I can make it -2 inch. Where is -1 inch? Can any mind see it? No mind can ever see it. Mind cannot comprehend because it must see in positive space and positive time. On the other hand, mathematics can see it. So therefore the importance of mathematics was there. It arises from PaarBrahm, where you can compress all existing time into zero and if necessary even -0. So that's amazing. In mathematics I studied that there is a difference between +0 and -0. The mind says, what is the difference? Both are zero. So what's the difference between +0 and -0? But there is a difference. +0 is where you are heading towards plus. -0 is where you are heading towards minus. Next number after +0 is 1. Next number after -0 is -1. 0 is 0. But we can put a plus or minus on it, make a difference. Why am I bringing this up? To show you the nature of time in PaarBrahm, where you find that all the time, all events are there. It's not that they have disappeared. Creation has taken place there. All events are at all levels. All 3 levels have been created and compressed into a zero time and zero space. They come down into the causal plane and they spread out. The causal plane is responsible for churning that zero creation into creation of space and time, in which then we have great experiences in causal, astral and physical planes. And that's what we're having right now. Then what happens? Anything beyond? Sure. This PaarBrahm is only the area from where this is situated. PaarBrahm as a region, as a level of consciousness, is divided into 2 parts. If you have studied literature about the levels of consciousness, you will notice that PaarBrahm is supposed to be the one where you find our individual soul. And it is the home of time, the creation of time. It's the home of Kal. Kal, many people regard it as a negative entity, some kind of a giant sitting there running this universe. No. Kal has no soul, Kal is not a being, Kal is time. Time has no soul, time is a function. Therefore we find that the nature of Kal is created there and then operates down. The lower part is where the time originates. The upper part of PaarBrahm, there is no time at all. Upper part of PaarBrahm is part of Sachkhand. And so it's like an island of Sachkhand, which has two parts. One is a part of Sachkhand. If you compare it with a sea, an ocean and islands there, then it's an island of Sachkhand. And when we are at PaarBrahm, we are on an island of Sachkhand. We can see Sachkhand from there, from PaarBrahm. We can see our totality, even when we realize we are individuated, and that's the only function that is being performed between the two, the island and the mainland, that we are individuated as souls. On the mainland, we are all one, and the many is being experienced in the one. And the whole creation is being experienced in the one, in Sachkhand. But this PaarBrahm at the lower end is the one which is starting his whole creation at the bottom.